Ladies and gentlemen, after week off, we are back. With that being said, you are now tuned into your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros podcast. And if you like, if you like what we got going on here, please rate, review, subscribe. See what happens when you take a damn week off? Never fails, never fails. Rate, review, subscribe, do what you do. Click our link tree button in the chat box slash description box. And Be Live has us on, what is it? What do you say, Be Live? Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, right?
Correct.
All right, four ways to watch us, so that way you can't be like, well, we can't find you. We no 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 no, and we're gonna provide the links for all them in the link tree as well too. With that being said, I go by the name of Eddie Cool, aka the HOC, and whenever this I was telling Scotty D before we went on air, instead of me going home to South Carolina saying that is a vacation, it's simply just a recharge, right? Simply just a recharge. And oh yeah, for everybody that want to try to see me the night before I leave, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. That's family time, relax time, chill time. But to those of you that I was able to see when I was home, good seeing you. And the ones I didn't see, I'll catch you on the next go round. 7 days, gotta try to get it in. All right. With that being said, enough of my incoherent rambling. Not only do I have one, but I have two of the best coaches in the world coming to you live, the El Capitan of this live stream ship. He is the Almighty Be Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Even though we take a week off and I get the itch and everything like that, it's always funny every time we take a week off to hear Eddie Cool stumble on his words. Every single time we take a week off,
Out of
it's
practice, man.
like
Out of practice. And for some reason, I'm tired. I don't know. I know I'm tired. I'll tell you why later, but go ahead.
it's
Ugh.
like clockwork. I love it. It's like Eddie Cool stumbles in 3, 2, 1. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But man, we continue through these dog days of summer. Thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for a little bit of reprieve on the heat these past couple of days. Man, this 80-degree weather is lovely. But man, Mother Nature has been friendly in some things and unfriendly in other things. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But go ahead and introduce the other guy. The pride of something and whatever he does, and let him sing something. Oh yeah.
He gonna sing a song, and he is the other guy. He is the pride, Washington, Pennsylvania, the one, the only, the money man, Scotty Day.
Going off the rails on a crazy
Nah, nah,
train.
nah,
We are
nah, nah,
back on
nah.
track.
Yep.
And actually, it's been a while. It seems like a long time since I talked to you guys, but since we've last talked, we lost Malcolm Jamal Warner and Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan and Lonnie Anderson. It's almost as if God has forgotten that Jerry Jones is still down here.
Here we go.
It's almost as if
Segway.
how did he overlook Mr. Jerry Jones, who's never going to die?
Segway.
Oh my goodness, let's go.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The top of the order.
All right, let's get this thing started. Here it is, the top of the order.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you called a flawless segue. All right. And with that being said, one of the hot topics, well, first and foremost, it's football time. Yeah, once again, it's on. We had the Hall of Fame ceremony this past weekend, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, highlighted by Sterling Sharp getting his rightful place in Canton. If you saw any of it, you probably cried. 1 tear, 2 tear, 3 tears. I know I did. But there was a game that was played. It was the Lions versus the Chargers, 34-7. Don't matter, don't care. It's just reps and everything. And with that being
It
said,
felt good to have it on TV, though, didn't it?
it did. It
Just
really
having
did.
it on in the background, it was nice to turn on the TV and see it and hear the announcing and the feel in the state. It was nice. It's the beginning. It's the
You know,
beginning.
like
First play of the game, fumble.
oh,
All right.
we take a week off. I fumble my words. They take 6 months off. They're fumbling the football. Here we go. Um, fellas, the best part about it is like you walk into your venue or a house, well, wherever you live, and you turn the TV on, and right before the picture comes on, you hear that sound. I'm like, oh, that's a crowd there. That's a crowd. That's a lot of people. So on a Sunday night. Woo, 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 woo. And preseason for everybody else starts Thursday. And speaking of Thursday, and speaking of football, Scotty D, as you alluded to, yo, Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons versus Jerry Jones. Micah said, I'll take a pay cut to stay. And then one of the Joneses said, you know what? He got to act like he wanted. Act like he wanted. Like, bark like he wanted. Act like he wanted to get paid. But Scotty D, what in the hell is going on with this whole Michael Parsons, Jerry Jones thing, whatever? But before I go to it, I'm going to preface it for you real quick. All right, so it has become one of the most talked about storylines around the Dallas Cowboys in recent months. And here's a clear breakdown of the situation and what sparked it and where things stand right now. The backstory is Michael Parsons, one of the best to ever do it in the NFL. He wants his money pretty much, and there's like back and forth and the contract dispute and going back and forth in the media. Scotty D, you're a Cowboys fan. You have your ear on the pulse and the eye on the ball. What's going on out there in Big D?
All right. First, let me just say,
Okay.
Jerry Jones has a family and people that care about him. I don't really wish death on him.
No, don't do that.
But he's testing my patience. He's trying me.
I shouldn't laugh.
Okay, I don't wish it on him, but he's pushing me a little bit. Because why are we having this situation again? Why are we having this conversation again with yet another player? This goes back to 1993 when the Dallas Cowboys were trying to repeat, and Emmitt Smith wanted money and held out and missed the first 2 games of the season. The Cowboys lost both of those games. Michael Irvin threw his helmet through the wall. Charles Haley punched the wall. They were all mad. Everybody said, get him in here, get him in here. Jerry Jones signed him. The Cowboys won the Super Bowl that year. He ultimately gave Emmitt what he wanted. This happened a few years ago, back when Zeke was holding out for money. He's running on a beach down in Mexico while the team is in training camp. Jerry gave him what he wanted. This has happened twice with Dak Prescott. And last year, he gave him what he wanted an hour before kickoff of the first game of the year. So why are you doing this? Why are you not like trying to make this situation right, fix the situation? Do I think that these players at this position currently are overpaid? Yes, I do. But that's where the market currently is. So pay him, fix it somehow. You got to fix it. This guy is not just a really good player. He's like the team leader. He's the guy that all the other guys on the team and the locker room want on that team. They want him. And to his credit, this is a strange holdout because he's not really holding out. He's engaged in team meetings and practices. He's not in full pad practice, but Coach Schottenheimer said he's very engaged. He's in the team meetings. He's showing up every day. You know, he doesn't want to get fined, so there's that. But we know that eventually Jerry Jones is going to give him probably what he wants or close to it. The thing is, Micah Parsons last year, I commented on this, last year said, you can only be so rich. I don't have to be the richest guy. I want to get paid what I deserve, but I don't have to be the top paid guy. I just want to, be competitive, and I don't want our team to be good. Right then and there, you should have made a call and said, let's work this out. So what Jerry says is they did have an agreement back in March during the combine when they met. Well, Micah Parsons says Jerry met with me behind closed doors and said he wanted to talk about leadership, and then Jerry started tickling his ears, telling him all these good things and trying to sweeten him up and get him to agree to a deal. I don't have any doubt in my mind. They probably said, hey, here's where we're at. This is kind of what I want to be paid. But that's not really a negotiation. That's just kind of ballparking it and talking about it. So Mike probably said, yeah, get in touch with my agent. It sounds good to me. So why didn't he? Why are they not getting this done now? Why hasn't this gotten done since Mike asked for a trade last Friday? Why are we waiting? What is the holdup? What is the issue? You're going to pay him. We all know that you're going to pay him. Make him happy and get out of this situation. Again, it doesn't make any sense. It's just this man, you can't get through to this guy. He just wants to be the center of attention, and that has to be some. Don't you think? Doesn't that have to be part of what's going on here? He's not winning negotiations. He's losing them every time. He paid Emmitt, he paid Zeke, paid Des Bryant, paid CeeDee Lamb, pays them all.
And the thing about it is, if you look at it, he winds up paying more than the asking price because
Right.
right because
Right.
right before he signs his player, someone else has already set the market. So then he got to play catch with that. He did it with Dak.
Right. He
He
could
did it
have
with
beat Miles
CD.
Garrett and TJ Watt to the table and set the market.
Yep.
Now he has to follow it when you didn't have to do that. You
Nope.
were going to make the guy happy by making him a really good, solid offer. And now, because of this, he's not going to give you any kind of hometown discount now. He's mad at you because you went out and trash talked him about missing games last year. The guy was hurt. He never misses games. 4 years, he's missed 4 games. They were all last year because he was legit hurt. This doesn't make sense. Be live. Come on.
So yeah, I want to mention very much so that because Eddie Cool, you mentioned that Michael Parsons wanted the money. He's made it clear that he was not chasing top dollar. He wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy, and he said
Mm-hmm.
that for a while now. He said we were talking about well before what was it, Miles Garrett and TJ Watt got their deals that set the market at over $40 million.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that deal could have been done at probably a lesser price or a little bit around there because he
Yes.
deserves it. But
Yes.
now the market has been set, and because you want the drama. I think Jerry and Stephen Jones feed off this drama, but it's a detriment to doing business. Now you got the drama. Now you got everybody siding with Micah Parsons. The
Mm-hmm.
entire locker room is siding with Micah Parsons. You pretty much alienating your team and your fan base because you want us to be here talking about it.
Yeah.
I want to lose the fan base just because I want a few extra. Um, I want to do more marketing. It hasn't worked.
Well, here
I'm at a loss for words because not only did they they did not get the deal signed,
Mm-hmm.
not only does Michael Parsons look like the greatest player ever, and he just flat out said, "Man, you know what, dude? I've been sitting back quietly. I've been sitting here hoping that we can handle this like professionals, and now you go out and trash my name,
yeah.
dude. That was terrible. That was like it's one of those things. A lot of people like to hate the Cowboys just because of hating the Cowboys because America seemed to blah logic. Dude, Scotty D, I almost have sympathy for you at this point, but I tell you what, I don't have sympathy for is your owner.
Yeah.
This is trash, bro.
And
This
be
is
and
like,
be like, why you say that? I don't think that hate. I don't think they hate the team in totality. I think the players, the people don't have a problem with the players, none whatsoever. Just like you said, it's
oh
more,
yeah,
it's more,
we
yeah,
absolutely hate the fans. That's without question. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, we
yeah,
hate the
yeah,
fans.
yeah. But it's more of that bullheaded, stubborn owner. Just like you said, Scotty, he has a history of doing this, and this is one of the times where history does not need to repeat itself. Like you want to be competitive, you ain't won nothing in 30 years. What in the hell are you doing? Like what we doing?
Yeah. And uh, upon this history, I learned something that I hadn't previously known, and that is that Jerry has done this kind of tactic where he tries to isolate a player with away from the agent and have like a feel good buddy negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that was something he regularly has done through the years with multiple players, where he just
Mm-hmm.
tries to say, yeah, we need your leadership, and we may have to ask you to take a little less to spread whatever it is that he says. I didn't realize that was something that a ploy that he used over and over again, and Micah Parsons exposed that. And then I've heard other agents say he did that to my player. And actually, Zeke Elliott's agent said, and I don't know his name, but he said he was in Mexico because he told him to get out of here. He said, "Get away from this guy. Let me handle this negotiation. I don't want you near Jerry Jones." So he sent him out of the country.
Hey,
So at this point, Jerry Jones is never going to get a private conversation with any player again if he's going to say, "Hey, let's talk." Like, nope, all
no,
without my agent, all without my agent present.
come on, player. Let me
Yeah,
because
it's
it
bad.
this is it. It's just it's bad business. Like it. I get that he likes to stir up drama. It's worked for him.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys are a billion franchise organization. It works monetarily. But good Lord, for 30 years, 30 years, you
Yeah.
can.
I was
So
gonna say if he'd been winning a Super Bowl every 5 years, it'd be
eh,
hard to argue against his methods.
yeah, I whatever. But you've not really shown anything. But the was it the yeah,
now,
they haven't had Pierce in the NFC Championship game since the last time they was in the Super Bowl. So it's kind of like something's not working. And if you look at it, I think it's a classic case of
Picture of him on my computer.
I think it's a generational and cultural clash if you think about it. Like, okay, the locker room is led this way, but ownership is leading this way, but ownership doesn't trust the leadership that's being led, and it's just a big old kerfuffle, and it's bad, it's bad. There's not going to be too many more times where you can do this and they're going to be like, well, I'm out. One day somebody's going to say, you know what, I see where this is going, I'm just going to go ahead and leave right now.
if I
Straight up.
if I was a Cowboys fan, I wouldn't show up to the stadium.
No.
Wouldn't buy like, and it's one of the things. It's a catch-22 because people are season ticket holders. People are like on the waiting list. I'm pretty sure they're on the waiting. There's a waiting list to be a season ticket holder for the Cowboys. I mean, it's a popular franchise. I get
Mhm.
it. I mean, but dude, I wouldn't show up for. I wouldn't show up. I would make a statement like, "Yo, bro, like, hey, check this out. Freaking the Panthers made a statement when it came to Jerry Richardson. We were like, nah, he got to go. Like, I
Cowboys
understand
love
this
the
is
fans love their team too much. It's never it's always a good plan to say that, but you just can't get enough people to do that.
I get it. I get it. I'm just this is bad. Like, hey, like I said, I honestly that I feel bad for Cowboys fans. That's hard. That's a hard thing for me to say.
I'm
But
not praying for
just
anything bad to happen to him, but he'll
just
be in Los Angeles on Saturday night, Lord.
Scotty just wants a miracle. That's all he wants. That's all he wants, a miracle. He wants a breakthrough. But yeah, man, this it's
yeah.
Jerry can't get out of his own way, man. And it's like this. I'm the kind of person when it comes to older people, they set in their ways, and there ain't no changing them. I don't care. You can't when you hit that 65, 70 threshold. You got it. I don't care. I don't care. You want me to change? I said, the only thing I want you to do is change your polygrip dentures when you get ready to eat your dinner. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Turn the page on this guy, Eddie Cool.
Yeah.
Take me somewhere else.
All right, we're gonna take it somewhere else. We're gonna take it to a throwback segment, if you will. It's time once again for three things, the NFL edition. All right. As you can tell, this is a football heavy episode. So if you like basketball, watch episode 287 or whatever. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know what the hell's on 287, but all right. With that being said, so here's what I'm gonna do, fellas. I'm going to read off three things, all right, involving players, teams, and personnel in the NFL. And I want you to tell me what you think, all right? So let's get it started, all right? We're 3 years removed from Justin Herbert's 5,000-yard passing season. Now, Justin Herbert was ranked seventh ahead of the 2025 season in the recent ESPN top 10 list as voted by execs, coaches, scouts, and everybody there. Um, will Justin Herbert finish this season inside of the top 10 or outside of the top 10? Be live. What say you?
They made the playoffs last year,
Check.
and I feel like they've made strides. And Jim Harbaugh is doing his thing. He's implementing the system. The defense has vastly improved, and so that puts the Chargers in a better position to win games.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, see, with them losing Mike Williams, I was like, damn, all right, because they really didn't have the firepower at the wide receiver position, but outside
I don't think they
Vlad
still
McConkey.
do. I still don't think they do they?
That's what I'm alluding to. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like that was with. I just don't know any other names. I think I saw was it Quentin Johnston That he can't catch
Yeah,
nothing.
he hasn't broke out like they thought. There's someone else they had too that
Brick
didn't break
hands.
out.
And
And
so it's
they
like,
had Keenan Allen at one point. I think he's gone, right?
yeah.
I think
Is he out of the league? I don't even know if he's still in the league. But
let me see. I think he's in the talks. Let me look because receives Wild Taylor Chargers.
yeah, I don't think he's
There
currently on their roster.
there might be, or Keenan Allen. There have been talks of a possible reunion, but there's nothing set in stone as of
Okay.
yet. Oh, but it says Keenan Allen works out for the LA Chargers. So who knows?
So it's
He's
like returning to them.
Yeah.
So let me see.
okay. Well, still, but he's not.
What's I
He's
think
not
was it
24 years old anymore.
okay, correct. Yeah, because Keenan Allen went to the Bears, right? That's what I'm.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And so he might be a free agent. He might not be on any team really right now.
No, he's not. I don't think at all. He's
Yeah. So
working out for the
so
Chargers. So
but yeah, that might maybe sort of kind of help. But he's 33 years old. He hasn't played a full regular season since 2019. So that's not really that reliable. So I think when it comes to Justin Herbert, if he could repeat last year like this year, I guess I'd keep him in the top 10 because when it really comes to the top 10 quarterbacks, like like the top 5 are pretty much set in stone. 6, 7, and 8 is pretty much right there. 9 and 10 is where you start to fall off. We're trying to bring Baker Mayfield up to the top 10, which is, I mean, so it's not necessarily that hard to be in the top 10.
are you now we're saying top 10? Is that yards?
I'm just top 10 QB.
Yeah, top 10 QBs. Yeah.
QB ratings. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you were talking about passing yards or
no. If you like you say, if you look at the list of who's the top 10 quarterbers or the top 10,
who's the starting running back for the Chargers?
Kamani Vidal was the other night.
Yes. I think that what's the guy they got named the kid from North Carolina. I think he might want to be in the
Isn't it Najee Harris?
Yeah, until he had a fireworks incident.
Yeah, but I think he's on the team. I think
he's recovering from an eye injury. They're expected to be the guy North Carolina, Omarion Hampton.
Omarion Hampton, there you go. Almost said Omari Hardwick, but I'm like, nope, that's the actor. Not
but the fact that we struggled to answer that question should lead you to further believe that it's going to be a pass heavy offense. But it does.
Yeah, so I say he gets in the top 10.
He's going to be. Yeah, I think he's going to be top 10 just because.
I'm also trusting that to be because of Harbaugh too. I trust Harbaugh as much as any coach. That's
pretty much what it's going to be because they basically went through this last year and still made the playoffs despite of and it wasn't even like a lack of offensive production. Justin Herbert did what was needed to be done, but it put them in position to win games as opposed to like having to come from behind and stuff like that because the defense was vastly improved. So defense just makes things look better. Like a great defense makes Trent Dilfer a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yep. That's the kind of things that happen when you have a great defense. So Justin Herbert has the talent.
Oh wait, Dak is back. 11 for Herbert.
Oh wow. Okay, so Scotty D say he just B-Live, you say he stays within the top 10. Scotty D says he is out of top 10.
Top 11. He's in top 11.
Is it legal in Pennsylvania? Because it's not legal in North Carolina. But you smoking on that gas.
Smoking on that Joe Burrow. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
How does Stephen A say it? Lay off the weed. That's about all that comes good out of his mouth these days. My bad. I said that out loud. All right.
It is what it is. All right. Second question. Y'all going to love this one. I expect this to be a very quick answer. All right. Aaron Rodgers enters his first season as the Steelers starting quarterback. Will he finish the season with 3,000 yards or more than 3,000 yards?
No to the first question. No. I don't think he's going to. Well, the Steelers don't know who their number 2 receiver is. It's DK Metcalf is their number 1. And then they got like Fryermuth playing tight end, but they don't have a solid number two. And
What about
they're
Calvin Austin?
he's a candidate for it.
Okay.
They don't know 100% who their second guy is. I think they still have Scotty Miller, who floats around in the slot sometimes, but and their running game is in question. So no, I think there's a better chance Aaron Rodgers gets hurt and falls short of 3,000 yards than plays a full 17 games and
I was going to ask because I don't quite remember. Scotty D, you might be able to help me. How is the Steelers' offensive line?
It's in question also.
That's going to be the number one question for him because age. It's just one of those things. You're going to have to be a little bit more mobile. And if your offensive line isn't that strong, I think unfortunately I hate to say it like this, but I think the same thing, Scotty. I just think that Aaron Rodgers doesn't last the whole season.
Yeah, and that may have nothing to do with the offensive line. He could pull a hamstring running out on the field on opening day.
I hope it ain't gonna happen like that again. But
I'd like to. I'd like to see him see what he can do with this team. I mean, it's an interesting situation to me.
Yeah.
I don't like either Aaron Rodgers nor the Steelers, but it's interesting.
But it's must see TV for all the other reasons, right?
Yeah,
so I think it's the last year for both Aaron Rodgers and
Mike
Tomlin. Yeah, I think this is going to be a retirement tour.
Not for Tomlin. No way.
Yeah, I think this is the year that he does go under 500, and
he has a new contract.
Oh yeah, they signed him a new contract.
I think last year they did. Yeah.
Right.
Be live since we've been alive. The Steelers have had like what 3 coaches?
Yeah. And
since I've been alive.
Oh, since you have. So what does that tell you?
I'm 52. Yeah.
Well, the thing about this is, has Mike Tomlin ever had a losing record?
Nope.
Like it's just, I mean, but I feel like this is the year though. I just don't see it all coming together. But that proved me wrong, Aaron Rodgers.
We said that last year. I think I had them at 7-10 last year, and they were a playoff team. So there you go.
They always find a way. All right, fellas, before we eke up out here, before we go to our next favorite portion of the show, real quick, will the 49ers return to form or will it be the Rams division to win again? And a possible NFC West dark horse, possibly? What say y'all?
I'm not sure. I haven't laid down my thoughts on this one enough yet, but I could definitely see the 49ers getting back to form and still not winning the division because I could see. I think this question depends on the health of Matthew Stafford because I still think the Rams have the best coach in the NFL, but if they don't have a quarterback, what good are they? And I think it's Stafford's health that's going to determine the Rams' whole season.
Okay, Eli, what say you?
Simply put, yeah, I would give it to the Rams if Matt Stafford's healthy, and every indication is showing that he's not. His back twice now. Had to reevaluate his back. It's crunch time, and
I think it's his last season too.
Man, that's rough. But shoot, Father Time is undefeated except for Tom, Edward, Patrick, Fitzgerald, all the things. Yeah,
that mother bleep bleep better not come back. That's all I got to say. He better not come back. Go sit down. We're making $391 million. 300 of it guaranteed. No, I'm joking. But man, that's crazy. All right. So with that being said, that does it for our first portion of the SportsBros podcast, the top of the order. And looking at my phone because I've yet to get a watch. Guess what time it is?
What's happening? What time it is? What's going on?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's time once again for our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voice. And it was so excellent to see Miss Button last week. And with that being said, hey, yo, Button, hit it. Choice of the voice coming at you right here on the SportsBros podcast.
You saw my little baby Button. That's awesome.
Yeah.
See you in 2 minutes.
Oscar's wings, yes, sir.
They were so good, so good.
And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices.
Once again, thank you to the wonderful and
Are we live?
yes,
Ever so lovely, this button.
for introducing our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices. Now all the world saw my neck, you know what I'm saying, for longer than what I perceived to be. The choice of the voices. Y'all know how we do it here, man. We ask y'all the question, you give us the answer, and we talk about it right here on the Sports Bros podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see Scotty D's face all up in the camera. Like this is his first time on TV. All right. But with that being said, Scotty D, well, let's preface this before. We asked this question 2 weeks ago before we left to go on a little brief hiatus, and a decision has already been made. But it's always nice to hear what you guys had to think about it. With that being said, Scotty D, what's the question for this week's Choices of the Voices?
Well, I asked who did you think was going to be the opening day starter for the Browns? And since then, they've picked up another quarterback. They now have 5. But they did announce the starters. Is that what you're telling me? They did announce the opening day?
And if you want to be technical about it, they actually have 6.
6.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's on physically unable to perform, but he's still.
Won't talk about him.
So was it Flacco? Did they announce Flacco?
I think it's Flacco. Yeah, Flacco got the nod. Flacco got the nod.
Because all of them are hurt except him.
Well, the thing about this is that the question that you posed was who's going to be the starter week 1. We have not figured that out yet. We just have the
have it.
Yeah,
preseason.
we just
we
just have the preseason depth chart, which has Flacco listed right now.
Yeah, that can change in 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the question is still very valid.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, disregard what the hell I just said because I don't know what I'm talking about. But
no, because they are listing depth charts, and because all these other Browns quarterbacks are hurt or out with sexual misconduct, then they had to they signed another one who probably will not be on the team very long. I would think is Huntley will not be there very long. But anyway, Eddie, cool enough. My incoherent rambling. What did the people have to say?
You forgot, Scotty, the former All-Pro Tyler Huntley. Okay, he was an All-Pro one point. Right.
What? He made the Pro Bowl?
Stop that! Stop that! Yes, he made the Pro Bowl one year.
For what team?
He was
for Baltimore.
He was the 9th alternate.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was like that was the same year that Trevor Lawrence ends up being the starter as the 7th alternate because everybody else decided they didn't want to be a part of it. Don't do that. I saw that.
He did play okay.
Headline.
He played okay.
I saw that headline. It said former. I was like, come on, stop
Pro Bowler.
It. I think it was Yahoo Sports is a signing a Pro Bowl. But I was like, come on. Y'all cut it out.
Because he played 3 games that year or something, right? Did he play like 3 at the end of the year?
I guess it's qualification for you play 3 games, you do pretty good. You might get a nod at the Pro Bowl, kid. But I was like, who made the Pro Bowl? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. All right. With that being said, Tom Winner Chicken Dinner says Pickett. Yep.
He still thinks Pickett, huh?
Yeah, he says Pickett Ailing. He said with Pickett Ailing, meant with Pickett Ailing. I'm sorry, with Pickett Ailing. He said it'll be Joe Flacco. Interesting to see around week 5 and 6. If Flacco is not injured by then, who relieves him? So, so he says Joe Flacco. Yep. Corey Logren. He says Shane Falco. That's a good one.
The quarterback of the worst sports movie ever made.
The Replacements.
Yes, that was hot garbage.
Yeah.
Chicks dig scars.
Yeah, they dig scars.
Well, if I got a treat for them, I just had 3 more skin cancers taken off a couple weeks ago. So, man, I'm going to be rolling in the chicks pretty soon.
Oh, boy. Scotty D, help me with his last name, man. Logan
Lepiscopo.
Logan Lepiscopo. No relation to Joe Piscopo, all right? With that, he said, if they want to win football games, it'll be Joe Flacco. Yep, so that's 2 for Waka Flocka Flacco. Yep, and then MJ Markley, he says Joe Flacco. Yep, and Matty Ice, he says Vince Papali, the Marky Mark version, if you will.
Yeah.
Even though he plays special teams, but I digress.
He's actually going to be in Myrtle Beach in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some sports show they're having down there. He will be there along with Dennis Rodman.
know what's going on down there.
It's a sports, one of those like a Comic Con kind of thing. It's a sports show. I think Ricky Williams is going to be there, and Bill Madlock, former Pirate, former Bucko, was going to be there. It's an odd assemblage of people, but Vince Papale is going to be there. So.
Yeah, Vince Papale, Dennis Rodman, and you again? Yeah.
And you said Matty Ice is going to be down there or something?
I don't know where he'll be around that time.
Well, I know one place he's going to be at right now for that answer he just gave us.
I knew it.
There it is, right there, penalty box. You already come on, man.
in the sin bin he goes.
At least for Corey, Shane Falco. Maybe that was also a play on Joe Flacco, but
yeah,
come on, man. Not the invincible. Not Mark Wahlberg.
Did you put up a graphic?
Huh?
Did you put up a graphic?
Oh yeah, Matty Ice sitting right there.
I can't see it. Why can't I see it?
You might have to look it up on your. Hold on, let me see if I can. You can't see it too well on the phone here, but it's there. It's there.
That's one of those technology steps that I haven't taken yet. So.
Got to get your side screen. No, but yep. So shout out to everybody for their participation in this week's Choices of the Voices. I thought the Browns fan up here in Cleveland, I thought they're gonna show up and show out, but I guess they don't give a damn because it's still summertime and they're studying about vacation.
They're more worried about about getting rid of pitchers who gamble on pitching. So they're distracted.
Boy, that's two. Shane Bieber gone. Like, what in the hell is? I leave the city for 1 week and y'all lose y'all mind. Like, really, what the hell's going on? All right. With that being said, Be Live. What say you? Week 1 starter. Who you got?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to go based off of the depth chart and just the fact that all the hype behind Shedeur Sanders and he still hasn't passed Dylan Gabriel on the team's depth chart, and the fact that even with Kenny Pickett injured, he's still listed at number 2. So the Browns are basically saying that Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders are not good enough to pass an injured Kenny Pickett. Like, and they've even mentioned,
is that how they listed? They listed depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Pickett 2.
Yeah, because it's
Flacco's 1, Pickett 2. Yep. Dylan Gabriel's 3.
Yeah.
And Shedeur Sanders is 4. And Tyler Huntley, of course, is not on that chart just yet. But I guess he's going to get a couple reps too. This is a disaster. This is an absolute disaster. There's no hope. And then Myles Garrett's over here like, well, at least I got my money. But it's like,
yeah.
Man, I see. Before I saw this depth chart, I started believing the hype, and I was like, you know what, sell a couple extra tickets this year, and give the ball to Shedeur Sanders. Just sell tickets. You're not going to be a competitive football team. You might as well be entertaining, but then you might. Here's the thing: what exactly do you have to lose because you drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round? If he sucks, guess what? You're not losing much.
What round did they draft Gabriel in?
It's
third.
Yep, 3rd round.
Yeah, 3rd. Yeah.
So they obviously believe in him more than Sanders. So you would think he would get the nod out of those two.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, Be Live. Okay, no, and there's my bad. And then there's reports that Jimmy Haslam was like, yeah, he would. We really didn't want Shedeur first, and I guess Andrew Berry was like, look, let's give him a shot.
Well, Jimmy Haslam don't know what the hell he's doing anyway. So that's that part. But this is me. Like, honestly, the Cleveland Browns are not going to compete. Shoot. But I guarantee you will sell seats and you will sell merch. And they're already selling merch with Shedeur Sanders on the team. Just let them have it. Let them have it. Let them go out there.
Nobody thinks that way within the locker room, within the coach's room. At the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, they're all like, let's go win. Let's go win. We're fired up. Let's go win. Mm-hmm. So that would lead me to believe that Flacco would be the quarterback. But I'm not convinced that between now and opening day, Flacco's not hurt. He's the oldest guy. He's like 70. He's the only dude not hurt. The other guys are all hurt.
He called him 70.
He's 70.
He's been
But
Testaverde.
Kenny Pickett got hurt first. So he's the one that's closest to coming back. I think there's a good chance Kenny Pickett is the opening day starter for the Cleveland Browns.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a long season.
Or he gets cut altogether.
I tell you, I tell you what, fellas.
I think he's either the starter or he's cut. I don't think he's going to be sitting.
I tell you what, the Kenny Pickett that we're seeing now is not what we saw a few years ago in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you that much. God,
I heard he was having a little bit of a rough OTA as it was. He wasn't super solid over the summer, but he still got a little time to get things back. If you're coaching Cleveland and you need to win on opening day, you want to win opening day, and Flacco gets hurt, Pickett's going to be the guy you go to, right? He's the guy with game experience.
Yeah.
He was right.
Sure.
At this point, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sure. Because all I know is that tomorrow the Cleveland Browns will be here. Well, not here, but nearby in Charlotte for a joint practice with the Carolina Panthers ahead of their Friday preseason game. So I will have my eyes on that game for sure.
Go to practice. Get us some intel.
Yeah, I wish.
Go get some first-hand account.
Hold on, B Live. I might have a media pass.
Get a media pass.
See what I can.
I need to have it. I need to get it. I assure you this. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll tell the people on the air and everything. By this time next year, I will be on the road. I assure you that much. I promise you that. Oh, it's in the works. Road? I'll be on the road.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I thought you meant homeless.
I hope not. This is the paperwork right here. I'm working on that right now.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go. Be like working on that paperwork. Be like fit to be in a city near you.
Just have to find a giant vehicle for your super long legs to get.
I already got it.
Okay.
You already got it.
I already got a vehicle.
All right, let's do it.
I'm riding in the Chevy Avalanche, baby.
All right, Eddie, get us back on the crazy train here.
All right. And with that being said, Scotty D, what's on tap for next week's choices of the voice?
Oh, are we done? Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess we're done. Yeah, moving on. Okay. Well, last year, this is a topic that the three of us talked about. This year, we're going to invite others into the conversation. Who will be the MVP of the NFL this year? That'll give us something to talk about next week, Eddie.
Plenty to talk about. I think they'll give more damn about that than this situation going up here in Cleveland. So with that, yeah. Who's going to be the MVP, the most valuable player this upcoming season? With that being said, be live. Grab that pepper grinder because y'all know what time it is. Pound of pepper coming at you right here.
We all know Dak's going to be MVP this year.
Be live. Just play the graphic.
Silly question.
Just stop.
I'm about to cuss. Play the graphic.
Round the pepper and some things. Oh,
we have a
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
All right, you heard the moment. It's time for us to go home and get the hell up out of here. But before we go, Scotty D is going to blow his nose first. And then after that, we kind of round the pepper. You know how we do it. 3 topics, rapid fire style. Kind of, sort of, not really here to engage, enlighten, educate, and entertain. The 4 E's in no particular order. I need to put together a montage of how many times I rearranged the 4 E's. But with that being said, that's neither here nor there. Fellas, guess what? On this day in history back in 1959, it's football related. Guess what happened?
Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
They didn't. The rare NFL CFL crossover happened, all right, as the Chicago Cardinals of the National Football League defeated the Toronto Argonauts 55-26 in a preseason exhibition at C&E Stadium in Toronto. Chicago Cardinals, so they must have before the St. Louis.
Get out of here. I never knew that happened.
I'm putting it with the way that score sounds and the way.
What was the score?
55-26. Yeah, the Chicago Cardinals beat the Toronto Argonauts 55-26 in the preseason.
Yeah, the way the
never heard
NFL
that
players
before. That's very interesting.
The way the NFL players are built and the way CFL players are built, that's a recipe for a disaster.
Yeah. You got to think this was the 50s too, and they were much smaller. And then also, real quick, fellas, there was a few years later they did this again, and Chicago beat Montreal 34-16. Scotty D, over to you.
All right, so let me talk a little baseball at you. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, and let me preface this by saying, you guys personally know I have never been a fan of Rob Manfred, the commissioner of MLB.
You have
But a
not.
couple weeks ago, when he was making his rounds trying to talk to teams about what could be coming down the road labor wise, he went to visit the Phillies, and Bryce Harper got in his face and said, "Get the F out of our clubhouse." He got in his face, like threatening, and to his credit, Manfred did not stand down,
Good for
and
him.
cooler heads prevailed. And one of the other players, I think it was Castellanos, so somebody like this said, well, I have more questions, and he tried to diffuse it a little bit. Bryce Harper, come on, man, no street cred for that. This is Rob Manfred. Get that out of here. I lost a lot of respect for Bryce. I've always liked him, and I've defended him, and I've heard people say nasty things about him and a hothead and all that. But I say, he's an exciting ball player. He's intense. You don't need to be intense over labor. You're getting paid. Be live, over to you.
Yeah. It's just a conversation about some money.
They're
Man.
getting locked out next year. We're going to miss baseball games next year, just so you know.
Get ready for it. You heard it here on episode 307 of the SportsBros podcast. Go ahead, be live.
Yeah. So the season will be shorter. Wonderful. All right. So trade deadline has passed in Major League Baseball, and there really not too much really big things happened before the trade deadline. My Braves did absolutely nothing. Wonderful. Like, you not even buying nor selling. We just go sit there and be bad. All right, cool. But there was a move that was quite the interesting move where the Toronto Blue Jays decided to make a move, and they made a trade to pick up Sir Anthony Dominguez. Sir Anthony, that's his name. S-E-R Anthony. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Picked him up from the Baltimore Orioles for pitching prospect Juwan Watts Brown. And so, but here's the significance. I know you probably don't know those names whatsoever. This trade happened during a doubleheader between the Blue Jays and the Orioles.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
Sir Anthony Dominguez pitched for the Orioles in game 1 and pitched for the Blue Jays in game 2. They traded the man in between games. Like,
we're going to need you to go over there to that dugout, buddy. Go on across.
And they inserted him into the game immediately. Wow.
That's crazy.
That is incredible. That's what our pepper points are all about, Eddie. Cool. The ball.
My favorite one was they told you, "Hey man, get off second base. Here's a pinch runner. You've been traded." What? Like right now, like get off the base path. All right, so here we go. Scotty D, you'll love this one. Back in 1969, Pirates outfielder Willie Pop Stargell smashes his first and longest home run ever hit out of Dodger Stadium. The incomparable shot off of Alan Foster measures 506 feet. So those guys from Pittsburgh, they got a tendency to.
That was Willie.
Yep. Yep, and they got a pitch for hitting the ball very, very far. Matter of fact, I'm still feeling the win from what O'Neal Cruz did a few weeks ago. Over to you, Scotty D.
Me too. He struck out 4 times. All right, little note about baseball here. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about 12-year-old Marco Rocco, who played for Haddonfield Little League in New Jersey a couple weeks ago against Harrison Township. He hit a 2-run home run in the 6th inning of a game they were winning 8-0 to clinch the section title and move on to championship weekend. And he threw the bat up in the air and was immediately ejected by the umpire, which warranted a suspension. Under the league rules of horseplay, the umpire ejected him. That meant that young Marco Rocco was not going to be able to play in the championship tournament that weekend for the right to go to Williamsport and play in the Little League World Series. How did his dad react? He sought an injunction. He wanted a restraining order that didn't allow the suspension to stand. He wanted to challenge the restraining order because his kid showed terrible sportsmanship at age 12 and flipped the bat. Well, the judge said, okay, we'll let him play. So they played, and he hit a home run and laid the bat down. But they lost and did not advance to Williamsport. I think they lost the first game, won the second game, lost the third game. They did not advance to Williamsport. They lost, and I'm glad. I'm glad you lost, 12-year-old Marco Rocco, because you should not be flipping bats. And it's not your fault. It's Dad's fault and Coach's fault for not saying, we don't do things like that. Instead, Dad says, well, the Little League website shows people flipping bats, major leaguers flipping bats. You know what? Little 12-year-old Marco Rocco, you're going to grow up and act like Bryce Harper, and I don't like it. Be Live, over to you.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you.
Scorched earth.
Gentle parenting. Oh, boy. All right. Well, my second pepper point, and I have to emphasize my second pepper point, because you would think this would be my third, but it's my second one.
Just feels like third. Just feels like
yeah. Well, because I have a special affinity for a certain football player from Eastern Michigan University.
Oh no!
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Get some and leaves now.
You would think that name tops the chart for when it comes to names, but that's a family name, Noah Nigga.
Yeah.
Well, I got another name for you.
Oh no! Oh no!
Out of Bowling Green State University.
Don't make me laugh at something I shouldn't.
I know who you're talking about, Be Loud, but keep going.
Mm-hmm. Don't make me laugh at something I shouldn't.
My man, I don't even know the position. It doesn't even matter. He goes by the name of Gideon Lamprin.
Yep.
But here's the thing, though. He has added his middle name to his Twitter X account and is now listed. His full name is listed on the Bowling Green State University football roster. So he goes by the name of Gideon ESPN Lamprin. His parents gave him the middle name of ESPN. Entertainment and Sports Programming Network Lamprin. Gideon Entertainment Programming.
No, they deserve to have me laugh at that.
No.
Gideon ESPN Lamprin, Bowling Green State University.
Years ago, I heard of people naming their kids Espen and Espy and stuff like that. But this is, you actually give them the
all caps. ESPN. Like there's no Espen, none of that. It's ESPN. Da-da-da, Eddie Cool. The ball.
Real quick, Gideon Lamprin is from LaGrange, Ohio, and during his high school career, he won the prestigious Golden Helmet Award given here in Lorain County, and he was a running back for the Keystone Wildcats, and he was a bad man. He was a bad man. So, yeah, a little local flavor.
ESPN is his name.
Yep.
Well, at least I can pronounce his name. If I say the other guy's name, I'm going to get beat up in the streets of Cincinnati. So,
yeah. Beat up in the streets of Cincinnati.
Oh no! Hold on! I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I read this story a little further.
You did.
His dad snuck it onto his son's birth certificate while his mother was recovering from giving birth. The dad snuck it on the birth certificate. So
Mom
he didn't
know.
Mom didn't know. And then on top of that, it actually is pronounced Espen.
Espen.
Because the funny thing about it was I saw it on Facebook and I was like, ESPN, it must be a nickname or something. No, it's Gideon ESPN.
On his birth certificate. Without the mother's knowledge, man. Oh,
yeah. But yeah, Gideon was that dude here in Lorain County, man, back in 2021, man. He was that dude, all right? All right, with that being said, my third and final pepper point, I'm going to go back in order to go forward. On August 4th, 1993, Robin Ventura made a decision that I'm pretty sure he wish he would have never made. We probably would know Robin Ventura, but he's a great fielder. He swings the bat pretty well. He's knowledgeable with a high quality baseball IQ. Nope. On that day in history, back on August 4th, 1993, 46-year-old Nolan Ryan fights Robin Ventura in the iconic "I got the permission to put your mama in a headlock" pose. I had to get that off. Other than next to Bobby Bonilla Day, this is my next favorite day. Scotty D, get us up out of here.
No, he ain't getting us out of here, no, but he's got his third pepper point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Third pepper
Okay.
point, Scotty D.
I got one. I got one more. Talk a little bit about baseball. Let me talk to you. So this past Thursday trade deadline was pretty much baseball hell for a guy like me because on Friday, the three pitchers that the Yankees acquired in the deadline in consecutive innings all gave up runs and the Yankees lost the game. That's not nearly as bad as the Pirates, who have pretty much made my life a living hell for the last, since the early 90s. And what did they do at the trade deadline? Ben Cherington, the general manager, who I want fired in the worst way possible, doesn't trade three players who are in their 30s that are going to be on expiring contracts at the end of the season. Tommy Pham, for the record, last year before the trade deadline, got traded twice. This year, he started off with the Pirates, batting in under 200 for the first couple months of the season. Then he got his eyes fixed, and he's been batting. He's one of the hottest hitters in baseball, and yet Ben Cherington couldn't find a taker for Tommy Pham. So we will have him back to take reps from younger players. The Pirates will have Izaner Kiner-Falefa, who was hitting 270, one of the better players on the team. No one would take him. But who he did trade was David Bednar, the Pirates closer who had not given up a run in a month, who actually then went and gave up two for the Yankees the next night. But David Bednar, he traded him to the Yankees for two catchers, neither of which are close to being ready to be in the major leagues. So how did the Pirates celebrate the trade deadline? Well, the next night, they went out and played the worst team in the history of baseball. That's right, the Colorado Rockies, whose record was 28-50. They took on the Buccos, and the Pirates immediately jumped out 9-0 in the first inning, only to lose the game 17-16. That's right. All you have to do is hold the worst team in baseball history to 15 runs, and you win the game. Yet the Buccos were unable to pull that off. At least I have the Yankees. No, I don't. Be Live, over to you.
My man Scotty D's been struggling, but I got good news for you, Scotty D. Because
Give me some good news.
I got some good news specifically for you because I'm going to put a petition together. Going into my third and final pepper point, you know how I like to do things. Let me preface it with this. We just had the first ever Speedway classic baseball game in MLB history. It's held at Bristol Motor Speedway between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. Atlanta Braves won 4-2. And yep, and got a whole trophy about it, even though the Braves are like 16 games below 500.
God,
just like the Lakers when they won the mid season whatever
classic.
They do, and they were parading with a But here's the thing: it was actually a pretty decent game to watch, etc. But there was a lot that went on behind this. After the game concluded, Major League Baseball was bragging and boasting about the fact that they broke the record for the announced paid attendance of a baseball game of 91,032 people for that game, breaking a record that was at 84,000 before that. The most people that has ever paid for a ticket to see a baseball game. 91,032, the MLB Speedway Classic. Unfortunately, watching the majority of the game, you couldn't tell that because the game was played on Sunday after being rained out on Saturday. So a lot of people were there on Saturday, but it was a rain delay of over 2.5 hours. They tried to start, then it rained again. They have suspended the game for Sunday. So there was a lot of empty seats. That's still not my pepper point.
Sorry about your meeting, Eddie. Go ahead.
No, I was supposed to be there. End up because life and money, I couldn't get it together. End up not being there. If I'd have went there, it would have been an absolute disaster. Scotty D, the good news is because I think there should be a position open and available for you with Major League Baseball.
Okay, lay it on me.
Concessions manager for special events. Because Major League Baseball dropped the ball. They ran out of food before the game started.
God, oh boy.
Wait, on Saturday or Sunday or both?
Saturday. They ran out of food. They ran out of buns. Then they still sold people bunless hot dogs and cheeseless nachos. They ran out of food before the game started. You know why they ran out of food?
Why?
Because Bristol Motor Speedway is not known for concessions. They allow people to bring outside food because of such a huge the size of the place and everything like that. You can't feed 100-some thousand people
True.
at that speedway. So they allow outside food. Major League Baseball said, no, we're not going to allow outside food. And I don't know who put the logistics together, but they ran out of food before the game even started and still charged people full price for bunless hot dogs and
Oh.
cheeseless nachos.
That's your fault, Rob Manfred.
That
Get Bryce Harper on you for this.
Yeah.
what like
Don't nobody want no naked ass hot dogs.
like come on. Like Scotty G, you let me know about your concessions experience. I guarantee you could do better than what Major League Baseball just did. What? It's oh my when I tell you if I'd have went to this game on Saturday and they ran out of oh my god, you know I'm a fat kid.
I can't imagine that.
Oh, man, I need my money back immediately.
Eli going into the concession stand, nothing there. I would not want to be there for that
Oh,
scene.
it'd be a bad situation. What?
Oh God.
Major League Baseball, dude. Come on, bro. Bristol, the Speedway said straight up, they're like, we allow outside food for these events because we can't feed all these people. We don't have the facilities for it. And so they allow outside. Major League Baseball said, no, we won't allow outside food. Yeah, there's various reasons, health code, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you got to do a little bit. That's a teensy bit of research. That's just a little bit. So, Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred, all, and do better.
Do better.
Boy, if I got to pay all that money to go watch a game, and then I want me a good old stadium ballpark hot dogs. I'm thinking watch a baseball game. You gonna give me some regular nachos and a naked ass hot dog? We gonna fight.
No, listen, that like the fact that it was rained out for 2.5 hours, then people didn't go back. What even the famous influencer Justin Nunley, he said, "No, I got other things to do Sunday. I can't go back to the game." And like just so it was a disaster. A lot of things were good. I love the jersey designs, but man, you ran out of food before the game started.
Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people are living this.
Exactly. That is a perfect segue to end this show because we are living on a crazy train. RIP, Ozzy Osbourne, and yeah.
Yeah. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for another action-packed episode of the Sports Bros podcast. Remember, rate, review, subscribe. Click that link in the description box or the chat box to our link tree links to check out everything there is in the world of the Sports Bros podcast, social media, everything. Continue to rate, review, subscribe, and listen because that's where we started from. We don't want to venture too far away from that. And in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else. They're greatly appreciated now more than ever. Be a blessing, not a burden. This is the Sports Bros podcast. Be Live almost messed that up. Take us home. Real close.
Yes, sir.
Y'all be good. Y'all take care of each other. I know this time of the year, a lot of kids are starting back school. If you can find it in your heart to help somebody out during this pivotal time of the year, help them out and don't look for nothing in return. Y'all be good. Stay in touch. Stay in tune.